What's up guys, Intellitech Studios here, and today we'll be doing a full review on the Bissell CleanView Rewind. This is very similar to a machine that I've already reviewed, but and the TV's being stupid. Anyways, so this particular machine, I purchased this at Big Lots for 60 bucks a few years ago, back when they were liquidating them. And it's a pretty decent machine. It's very similar to the other CleanView that I've already reviewed, so there isn't too much different to say about it, but I will still cover most things on it. The main difference is that it has a power button right here at the top of the handle, and it also features a cord rewind, and there's a ruby. So it has the same 5 height adjustments from the previous CleanViews that you can adjust to any floor surface. It says bare floor, but there is no brush roller shutoff. It still has a stretch belt that's a Bissell 7910 belt, so you want to replace that about every 6 months or so. It has a cord rewind with a 25-foot cord, which actually works really well. Believe it or not, it's one of the better rewinds that I've seen, especially on Bissells. This is, in my opinion, much better quality than the rewinds on the Bissell CleanViews that replaced this, which is kind of unfortunate. And the build quality of this machine is also, again, much better than the Bissell's CleanView series that replaced this, which, you know, means it's better in a lot of ways for the same money. We have a HEPA filter right here, which does work very well, but this isn't a sealed system, but it is still nice to have. But remember, it's not a sealed system. It is a dual cyclonic setup, but if you have allergies, then getting something like this is probably not going to be the best choice. I'd recommend something that either has a sealed system, has HEPA bags, or ideally both, but you're not going to find, you have to choose between one or two of those in this price range. So we've got a cord rewind button right here. This retracts the cord right back into the machine. And we have a suction power indicator right here that tells you if the machine is clogged. Now you remove the bin by pressing this button right here, and press this button to undo the latch for the bin. Now the full line is right there. The full line is really closer to where that purple part starts, but either way, you're looking at a pretty okay capacity, although this is a lower capacity than the non-rewind versions because the rewind takes up a little bit of vertical space. So since you have the cord rewind, you do get a little bit less bin space, so you'll have to empty it more often. And I do like this cyclone setup because it's very easy to disassemble this with Phillips head screws and completely strip it apart to clean it. You have a button right here that you push to access the filter, and I recommend washing the filter about every month. Once you do, make sure to leave it dry for at least 48 hours, and that just pops right back on there. This particular machine also has a hose on the back, which just pops right off, just like that. And it's a pretty decent sized hose. It's not going to be enough to go up your stairs or anything, but if you're just cleaning your couches or getting up into corners, it will do fine. One thing I don't like is that the extension wand on this is very short, and there is no extension wand built into the hose. It's just this end. So there's not a lot of reach, but you can buy extra extension wands separately. And you do have a nice long crevice tool, which is definitely a nice feature. And that just nestles right inside the extension wand, and it fits in this lip right here and snaps on. When you're assembling it, this part twists on. You've got a dusting brush right here, which it's a little bit too stiff to be a dusting brush. It's more so of an upholstery brush because, again, it's not the softest thing in the world, but if you're dusting something that isn't delicate, then you should be okay. And it's definitely better than the previous dusting brushes that Bissells have had, and it stores right there inside. It's a little tricky. Some people have problems remembering where this goes, but that is where it goes. This particular machine also has the pet hair corner tool, which works very well, and there really is no complaints that I have about this. It's very similar to the ones that you used to see on Dirt Devils, although I will admit I very rarely use this tool in practice, but it is a little bit nifty to have. A normal crevice tool usually does the job, but an extra attachment certainly doesn't hurt. Up here, we have a cord hook to keep the cord out of the way, and we have the turbo brush that stores right up here. And this is one of the best turbo brushes that I've seen. It's much better than the turbo brushes on newer Bissells, and it just overall is a much better turbo brush than anything else that's really offered nowadays in this price range. But again, this machine isn't offered anymore. It's no longer available, which is unfortunate because this is another one of those things that got degraded in terms of quality with the newer CleanViews. This turbo brush is much better than the current turbo brushes, and it simply twists to allow you to pop it open to service it or clear out any blockages. And that just stores right up there. So that's pretty much it. Just a super quick rundown and review of this. We'll do a quick pickup test, and then we'll get going. Now, again, I'm not doing the pickup test on bare floors because it does not have a brush roller shutoff. It is not designed for bare floors. Bissell tries to advertise it for bare floors, but that's just simply not true. It's not for bare floors. It will scratch your floors and scatter debris. So we're just going to focus on the carpet performance. So the carpet cleaning performance is excellent, especially for the price. There really isn't much to complain about. So that's pretty much that. Now, this machine normally retailed for around $120-ish, and for that price, I would recommend it, but unfortunately, this machine is no longer provided, and the current version of this does not appear to be up to the same quality, although I will review that machine at a later date and see if it still is worthy of a recommendation. I definitely recommend this over something else that you would find in the price range of this. So, yeah, it's definitely something that I would recommend if you can at least find one of these. So, that's pretty much that. This is Intellitech Studio signing out with a super quick review of the Bissell CleanView Rewind vacuum, and that's pretty much it. Now, because of the fact that this uses the 8-amp motor that is a little bit more shrill and louder than the 12-amp in the previous CleanView, despite the extra features of this machine, I will not be keeping it, and I'll be simply sticking with my previous 9595 CleanView. But again, if this was something still available on the market, I would recommend it, because in practicality, the 8-amp motor is better since it is technically quieter, even though it's a higher pitched, and it of course uses less power while still maintaining pretty much the same cleaning performance. So that's pretty much that. I hope you enjoyed my quick review of the Bissell CleanView Rewind bagless upright vacuum. And like I mentioned, the rewind on this is, well, I was just going to say it's really good, but of course when the cord gets tangled, it struggles a little bit, just like every other rewind. But bless you. But as long as the cord is straight whenever you're rewinding it, it actually is pretty powerful. Now, granted, this machine is still new, so it's hard to say over time how well this cord rewind will age. Those of you that have had this machine for a few years are free to comment what your thoughts are on that. So if you have this machine, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below, since this machine is no longer in production. And yeah, so if you have any thoughts about this, be sure to drop them in the comments below. I'll see you guys in the next video, and I hope you all have a good one. Peace. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on this in the comments below, because it is one of my favorite modern Bissells, but like I mentioned, since it's very similar to the other one that I have, I've decided to go ahead and sell this one on. So that's pretty much that. Hopefully the customer enjoys it when I meet them in a few minutes. And yeah, see you guys in the next video, and I hope you all have a good one. Peace.